the 90s. When I was 13 years old, my mom joined a network marketing company. And let me be clear, if Plexus existed in the 90s, she would have absolutely been in Plexus, but it didn't. So you guys, I watched my mom build an incredible career over 25 years, and it built my belief in this industry. I saw what was possible. So when I was introduced to Plexus in 2017, I jumped in. And I immediately called my mom and I said, Mom, you need to try these gut health products. I really think that they could help you. At the time, my mom had just retired from a 25-year career and she was facing a new challenge, papillary thyroid cancer.
Marianne tried to get me using the products, but I promptly told her I'm already purchasing a very expensive probiotic from the health food store. And she said, Mom, how's that working for you? You need to try Plexus. So as my body was recovering, I was so thankful to find products that supported my immune system and of course my gut health. Consistency is everything. And let me tell you, I did not miss one day for 6 years taking my products. Honestly, I thought I was living my best retirement life. I was leading a neighborhood book club, teaching Bible study, chasing after 13 grandchildren, and I truly didn't think I needed anything else in my life. Until Marianne called me up again and said, Hey Mom, I want you to come to convention with me.
From my side of the story, I wasn't really even trying to get my mom to jump into the business. And shame on me, honestly. I didn't even see it as a possibility. I just thought, Mom, you have spent 25 years in this industry. Come see what I've done with my life. I'm a diamond now. And she can hang out. I took my 14-year-old daughter, and they can hang out in Nashville and have a great time together.
Yes, Marianne totally convinced me to go. But honestly, I was just excited to spend time with my granddaughter and see what it was all about. I will never forget walking into that hotel lobby, immediately running into the fabulous Sonia Dudley. Now, Sonia and I go way back. And after giving her a huge hug, I could already feel that this experience was going to be something special. While I was in Nashville, I had the privilege of listening to the brilliant John Maxwell speak during General Session. He has always been one of my favorite mentors and leadership trainers. I've read his books, I've studied his principles for years, and while he was speaking, something inside of me started to move. It felt like a calling. All of a sudden, I realized maybe I wasn't done yet. I loved my retirement life. I loved my grandchildren. I thought I loved the slower pace. But there was a huge part of me that missed working with people and helping others live their best lives. And I remember thinking, goodness, John Maxwell is older than I am. And look at him up there doing his thing and teaching his heart out. Maybe I haven't aged out after all. I didn't say anything to Marianne at this event, but deep down, I knew this company was going to be a huge part of my life. So, when we got home, I called her up and I asked, hey, Marianne, do you think I've aged out?
And I remember thinking, what are you talking about? I was sitting on the couch. I'm like, what do you mean? aged out of yoga, running marathons. What are you talking about?
I said, no, Marianne, the business. Do you think I've aged out of this opportunity?
And I immediately said, Mom, absolutely not. Let's go. Because you guys, my mom was always my number one dream teamer. And I believe two things. Number one, timing is everything. And number two, people are watching you. My mom had watched me build this business. She had watched me stay consistent. She had watched me fail and get back up again. And when it was finally her time, she believed in this company and this opportunity because she had watched me for 6 years. So never assume that your dream teamer is a no forever. Because if you will stay consistent, stay locked in, and keep showing up, when the timing is right, everything can change.
Absolutely, Marianne. And here's the thing that I want everyone in this room to know. Whether you're 23, 43, 63, or 73, every single one of us has something called a comfort zone. And every good thing in life exists outside of it. When I decided to jump back into this industry, it was uncomfortable. After 25 years of experience, it was different now. There was no social media back then. I didn't even know how to post on Facebook.
But let me tell you, I taught my mom how to post on Facebook. And one of the very first things that we did was go live together.
Oh my goodness. I thought I was going to pass out. Who's watching this? What am I even supposed to say? And Marianne did what she always does. And she said, don't worry about it, Mom. Just smile. Learning social media was just one of the many comfort zones I had to step outside of. For 25 years, I had been the mentor. Now, my daughter was mentoring me. I had to choose to be coachable and teachable. So let me ask you something. What comfort zone are you living in right now that you desperately need to step outside of? Is it learning a new skill? Is it letting go of what people might think? Is it deciding to push through the hard? Committing to consistency? Maybe it's deciding to work your business from commitment, not from emotion.
And I wish we could stand up here and tell you that from the moment that my mom called me to the moment that she hit diamond 2.5 years later, that it was smooth sailing, but it wasn't. And honestly, my journey wasn't either. Success is never a straight line. There are zigzags, there are ups, there are downs. There are moments that you want to quit. There are moments that you question yourself. But when you choose consistency and you choose to step out of your comfort zone and you choose courage, when you keep moving forward even when you're scared, absolutely amazing things can happen.
Let's talk about courage for a second. Because courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is feeling afraid and taking action anyway. One of the greatest fears I had after all my experience was the fear of what other people thought. I was scared to share the business. I was scared for people to know I was all in. I was scared of their opinions. And when we allow other people's opinions to dictate our actions, we will never step into our full potential. I hit Emerald 8 months later. But then I kept going up and down. And because of that, I missed the Emerald Extravaganza trip to Alaska. I watched my daughter, Marianne, and my other daughter, who went as her guest, experience this incredible trip that I so badly wanted to be on. I made a decision right then, right there. I was no longer going to let fear dictate my future. So I started talking about the business. I got loud and proud. I started sharing the opportunity. I leaned into Sheila Medina's power of 3. And one of the biggest things I did was to commit to growing relationships, not only in person, but also on Facebook. I call it my perfect 10. I ask 10 customers every month who already love the products to host wellness events for me. Some of them are on Zoom, some are in person, some are through Facebook Messenger. And through those events, they introduce me to their friends. The Perfect 10 leads me to new business builders. And those new business builders lead to momentum. Before I knew it, we ranked Sapphire. And before I knew it, 4 months later, we ranked Diamond.
So here's the deal. Here's the deal. You may be sitting there in this audience today exactly like my mom was 2.5 years ago. You're feeling a tug. You're feeling called to more. Feeling like you haven't fully tapped into your potential yet. And I dare you to choose consistency. I dare you to step out of your comfort zone. I dare you to choose courage.
I thank God and I thank my daughter for introducing me to this gift of a lifetime. Because at the end of the day, this business is so much more than the products. It's so much more than ranks. It's so much more than bonuses. It's the gift of purpose. It's the gift of growth. It's the gift of believing in yourself again. And truly, it's been one of the greatest gifts of my lifetime.
All right. Alex,